Hi there, this is Charmin here. In this video, I'm going to show you one book that is Momentics. That is the practice guide. Here is some question answer. I'll give you the question and also answer, and I'll explain details about that. So hopefully this video can be helpful for you, and if you want to be a teacher in New York State. Hi there, this is Charmin here. In this video, I'm going to show you the book that is Momentics, that is grade 1 to 6 preparation test guide, and here is some question answer, and also I will give you the answer and explain details about that according to the book. Alright, so let's get it. So this is the study guide, Momentics New York State Teacher Certification, that is grade 1 to 6. So you can easily find in Amazon, and here is a practice test preparation guide and also video class you can watch and practice. Question number 1, decoding is also called alphabetic principle. 2. Which of the following genres is most important for children just beginning to become readers in grade K1 and 2? Alphabet books, wordless picture books, and easy to read books. 3. A third grade teacher has several students reading above grade level. Most of the remaining students are reading at grade level. There are also a few students reading below grade level. She decided to experiment. He hypothesized that by giving the entire class a chapter book above grade level, high level readers will be satisfied. Grade level readers will be challenged in a positive way, and students reading below grade level will be inspired to improve. Her method is most likely to fail, producing students at a frustration reading level. Those reading below grade level are likely to give up entirely. Those reading at grade level are likely to get frustrated and form habits that will actually slow down their development. 4. A teacher is working with a student who is struggling with reading. The teacher gives him a story with keywords missing. The boy wanted to take the dog for a walk. The boy opened the door. The student is able to fill in the blanks by considering. Answer is context. By considering the other ideas in logical order, the student can determine the missing words. 5. Which choice is the best method of structuring language arts curriculum and instruction? Answer: use the written curriculum provided by the school district or specific campus as a foundation for instruction. Schedule a regular planning session to incorporate a variety of text and instruction methods, as well as to coordinate instruction with teachers of other subjects. 6. Early in the school year, all members of a group of kindergarten students are able to chant the alphabet. The teacher is now teaching the students what the alphabet looks like in written form. The teacher points to a letter, and the students vocalize the corresponding sound. Alternatively, the teacher vocalizes a phoneme, and the student points to it on the alphabet chart the teacher is using in her instruction. Answer is letter sound correspondence. 7. Which of the following describes one difference between role play writing and early writing? Answer is in role play writing, the child writes in scribbles that are only meaningful to him or her. In early writing, the child uses real letters. 8. A story about a young detective who solves mysteries using mental and physical skills would most likely be classified as which of the following? Action and adventure. 9. If a child appears delayed in speech development, which of the following is the best course to follow? Answer: use in depth evaluations and early intervention to assist the child with language delays. 10. One of the most important elements in children's literature that captures children's interest is character. 11. How should the teacher best deal with an academically talented student who typically finishes work ahead of other students and tends to get into mischief while waiting for others to finish? Assign the student an appealing task related to the subject area that requires creativity, research, or in depth study of the subject, such as creating a play or making a college. 12. Which of the following genres takes an opinion and defends it? Answer is essay. 13. Which of the following is a developmental skill a child should have before beginning to write? Answer is small muscle control. 14. What is the term for the final resolution of a functional plot? Denouement. 15. Which of the following statement is not accurate regarding why activation of prior knowledge is helpful before, during, and after the reading of a text? Students can ensure the accuracy of a text by considering what they already know and deciding whether the text fits with their prior knowledge. 16. Activity settings are aspects of the socio-cultural context in which students participate in instructional activities. Of 5 activity settings, one is participant identity, or who the students are. Of the other 4, which is most talent related to motivation, where the activity is done? Which of the following types of cues is not included in the 3 cues systems model? Pragmatic. Pragmatic is the study of how language is used socially for communication. In reading instruction, pragmatic cues relate to the reader's purposes for reading and the reader's understanding of the workings of textual structures. 18. Which of the following is relevant to the 2000-year etymology of the word salary, that is salt? 19. Which of the following involves evaluate reading comprehension? Explaining the author's point of view. 20. Maria's topic sentence is: my family throws elaborate holiday celebrations. Which of the following would be the best supporting detail to follow that sentence? Answer is: first, we decide who will host the holiday dinner and when the celebration will take place. 21. In the 16th century, which of the following would have been the closest approximate meaning of the modern word disaster? Star-crossed. Students should learn to write for a variety of audience because students are more involved in their writing if the audience varies. 23. Which of the following would you expect children in grade K2 to learn by being exposed to both fictional and non-fictional literature? Answer is: how to tell fiction from non-fiction. 24. A line manager notes that an employee does minimal work but often seems to be using their smartphone during their shift. The line manager notes that they struggle with productivity. Which of the following is this phrase as it is used by the line manager? Example of euphemism. 25. Which of the following relates primarily to how sounds are presented in a text? Graphophonic. 26. Ilana wrote the following paragraph. I believe that everyone should try to care for our planet. The best ways to do this are through recycling and using natural energy instead of fossil fuels. The supply of fossil fuels, such as oil and coal, will be used up someday. So we should try now to use less. Solar panels can reduce the use of fossil fuels. Windmills can be used to make electricity. Hybrid cars also use less fuel. If we do not try to be green, our planet will soon be in trouble from global warming and the absence of fossil fuels. What kind of world would that be? The purpose of Elena's paragraph was persuasion. 27. Which of the following words is an example of portmanteau, that is the branch? Which of the following is not a method of peer editing? Students decide whether another student's essay is good writing or poor writing. 29. What is the best way for teachers to make sure that books in the classroom are at an appropriate reading level, neither too easy nor so difficult that beginning readers will become trusted? Provide a wide variety of reading materials for children to choose from. Assonance means that two or more words, answer is, have the same vowel sound. Which of the following choices would be the best comprehensive project for a fourth grade class at the end of the school year? Answer is assign children to a group in which they will read and adapt a short play. Each group will perform its play with um, costumes and staging, while the rest of the class will serve an audience members. Audience members will write short responses to what they have seen, which will be shared with the performers. 32. Which texts are likely to foster the greatest enthusiasm for reading and literature among students? A variety of texts, including books, magazines, newspapers, stories from oral traditions, poetry, music, and films. 33. The English language word quark is an example of which of the following linguistic process or features? Neologism. Which assessment will determine a student's ability to identify initial, medial, blended, final segmented, and manipulated units? Phonological awareness assessment. Which of the following aspects of poetic form is characteristic of haiku 575 syllable pattern? 36. In Mr. Brooker's first grade classroom, students are studying marine animals in science. Mr. Brooker wants to select a book to read to the class that will enhance their understanding of this subject while at the same time capturing their interest in story. Which of the following would be the best choice? The Wild Well Watch, part of the Magic School Bus series, a chapter book about whales. When students compare non-fiction literature to fictional literature, what difference will they find? Non-fiction stories contain events, characters, and settings from real life, whereas fictional stories are not based in reality. 38. A child using the pre-writing strategy called free writing will. Answer is write thoughts and ideas about stopping to edit them. 39. The selecting literature for children. The most important first step a teacher should perform is to evaluate. Answer class composition and performers. 40. The basic of writing to a particular audience do not include. Answer correct facts. That's all, guys. Thank you so much.